And headlines. Africa's richest man Aliko Dangote says fertilizer deal boosts Ethiopia's agriculture productivity. And Ethiopia says all riparian status empowered by CFA. Hello, this is ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Santayo Tamarat with the news. Do stay tuned. Addis Ababa is hosting a high-level regional gathering on illicit financial flows and corruption, where Ethiopia's Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Truna underscored that the fighting money laundering and the financing of corruption is not a matter of choice, but a necessity. Speaking at the opening of the 25th Council of Ministers of Eastern and Southern Africa, Anti-Money Laundering Group Temesgen said that crimes are borderless, technology-driven, and cannot be contained by any single country acting alone. He warned that illicit financial flows are draining Africa's wealth, depriving children of education, denying patients access to health care, and eroding hope for the future generations. According to Temesgen, stronger institutions, deeper regional solidarity, and global partnerships are essential to confront the growing threat. The Deputy Prime Minister reaffirmed Ethiopia's commitment to ongoing reforms and to advancing joint strategies to prevent the financing of corruption and organized crime, stressing that only a united response will safeguard Africa's resources.
How can such a massive layer cake of volcanic rock shoot up from the Tanzanian plains and touch the clouds so high that its peak is snow-capped on the equator?
The first thing that comes to mind when thinking about Algeria is Jamila, which is the ancient Roman complex city that was built thousands of years ago.
Our travelers often ask us, why the Serengeti? Arguably the world's best safari destination. The Serengeti National Park's sprawling savannas.
My mission over the next 3 days is to meet the Lit Plate tribe, see what other body modifications I can find, and attend a bull jumping ceremony, where one boy must pass the test to officially become a man.
Everybody's running, so we're running with them. Someone's about to get whipped, literally.
Like a warrior husband job, you know?
She had her husband only one wife, she don't put anything.
That's cute. It's beautiful.
Oh my God! Wow! Yeah. Guys, and there it is. You can see it with all its freaking might and power. It's fogging up all over the place. That right there is the most powerful waterfall in the world.
But after visiting twice, I have many great things to say about the country, and we begin in Somaliland.
Welcome to Somaliland.
One more time.
Welcome to Somaliland.
Africa's richest man Aliko Dangote has hailed a landmark fertilizer deal with Ethiopia, emphasizing its potential to significantly enhance Ethiopia's agricultural productivity and strengthen food security. On Thursday, Ethiopian Investment Holdings and the Dangote Group signed a $2.5 billion US shareholders agreement to develop a urea fertilizer complex in Gode, Somali state. The facility is expected to produce up to 3 million metric tons of fertilizer annually. Shagai Mado has more.
A groundbreaking deal aimed at addressing Ethiopia's fertilizer challenges has been signed between Ethiopian Investment Holdings and the Dangote Group to develop a $2.5 billion fertilizer complex in Gode, Somali region. Founder and CEO of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, described the agreement, which will enable Ethiopia to produce 3 million metric tons of fertilizer annually, as a major milestone in the country's history.
The nature of the investment here is to produce urea, about 3 million tons. It's a major milestone to produce right from 0 to 3 million tons, which is by far much more than what Ethiopia is consuming today. It's a very huge, gigantic project. As we speak today, 3 million tons is equivalent to what we have in Nigeria, which is actually the second largest urea plant in the world. So it is not easy moving from 0 to, so we'll deliver it within 3 years.
The Nigerian billionaire praised Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for his role in driving the deal forward, highlighting its significant impact on agriculture and noting Ethiopia's abundant raw materials for fertilizer production.
Ethiopia is a very good destination. Number one, Ethiopia has the raw material. The raw material of producing urea is natural gas. And if you don't utilize your raw material, you end up buying, urea every day, importing, arriving late. The farmers will not be happy. They are not receiving this. But what we are also trying to do is a major revolution. His Excellency Prime Minister Abiy, I think, is a very visionary leader. By what he's doing right now is that he's going to massively expand, boost agriculture, and make sure that he brings prosperity to Ethiopia. When you look at it today, we are not only going to stop at doing urea, we are doing the whole range. NPK 1515, NPK 10, 2020. We are going to do all the range of fertilizers here. So Ethiopia will be a net exporter, not an importer anymore.
Noting that Dangote already has a presence in Ethiopian cement production, the CEO expressed his commitment to expanding into other areas of investment. Praising Ethiopia's openness to investment, he emphasized that it is the responsibility of Africans to contribute to the country's economic development.
We're already in cement here, so we'll make sure that even in cement we don't actually regress back. We continue to expand, and we're looking at opportunities of gold, and these are new businesses to us, but we're an entrepreneurial company where we look for every single investment. Most likely we might even go into properties and apartment buildings where we build and then we sell, office buildings, depending on where the opportunities are. But I think we find it very, very comforting, and we have a very good, partner to work with. The partner is His Excellency, the Prime Minister, and the good people of Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia is really opening up, and it is the duty of us Africans to make sure that Ethiopia succeeds. Foreigners will not come and develop your economy, but I'm not a foreigner, I'm an African, and the headquarters of African Union is here. So Ethiopia is really African, and that's why I feel obliged to come and contribute my own quota to the growth and prosperity of Ethiopia.
Agriculture, which employs over 70% of Ethiopia's population, is expected to benefit directly from the project through improved access to fertilizer at competitive prices.
And finally, Ethiopia has reaffirmed that the Cooperative Framework Agreement effectively nullified the colonial-era treaties on the Nile River, paving the way for fair and equitable use of the river water among all the riparian states. Minister of Water and Energy Habtamu Ittafa told ABC World that the accord ensures every Nile Basin country has the right to protect and utilize the river's resources for the prosperity of its people. Take a look. The CFA was fundamentally developed to address the historical imbalances in water access and use within the upstream states, including DRC, Ethiopia, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania. Speaking to ABC World, Ethiopian Minister of Water and Energy Habtamu Ittafa said the CFA came into force in October 2024 with multiple benefits to all the riparian states. One such a benefit, according to the minister, is that the CFA gives the privilege to all the Nile riparian states to protect and harness the water resources for the prosperity of their people.
The CFA, the Cooperative Framework Agreement, that was become illegal in October of 2024. It brings all of us, especially the 6 of countries, it gives a privilege to utilize our water resource and even to protect the water resource itself, and then to have a basic information what we're going to do. That is one of the advantages.
Minister Habtamu mentioned that another critical advantage of the CFA is that it brought the colonial-era agreements on the Nile water share into nothingness and allows the Nile riparian states equal right to use the water.
It has nullified the colonial treaty, especially the 1959, that the Egyptian and the Sudan is always quoting. We do have the share. Nile belongs to us. That is what they say. But we, all of us, in Nile Basin, Nile belongs to everyone. Nile belongs not only to 2 countries, but it belongs to all member states in Nile Basin. So that CFA could break out the hydro hegemony that the downstream countries have been always claiming to say, it belongs to me. Ethiopia has no right to utilize the water source. That is what they have been claiming. We have been saying we deserve our rights. We need to have our water source to be utilized based upon equal right to utilize, and then we need to have the share upon that. Not only Ethiopia, but all the upstream member states. That is what they have been supporting.
The CFA has also allowed the Nile riparian states to share information on the Nile, which could ensure equitable and sustainable use of the water resource, according to the minister.
If you see from Ethiopia's side, we say we have the right to use. Yes, we proved now. We build the dam. It's part of CFA. We have been saying all member states should protect the water. Yes, we have been doing that. Our green legacy that we are planting in Ethiopia, especially the last 7 years, what we have planted is almost more approaching to 50 billion. Around 1/4 of that is in Blue Nile, which is protecting the water itself, minimizing the erosion, increasing the flow, increasing the recharge to the groundwater. That is part of CFA. But the other member states who are today complaining they are not getting water from Blue Nile, they are contributing penny to add to the water. That is, I think, where the gap has to be seen, and they have to clearly understand that we are utilizing the water that we are developing in our territory.
Upstream nations, including Ethiopia, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda, Tanzania, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, have endorsed the CFA so far. You have been watching the news from ABC World, and a quick reminder of top stories. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, says fertilizer deal boosts Ethiopia's agriculture productivity. And Ethiopia says all Nile riparian states empowered by CFA. Thank you so much for watching us, and see you.